Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Now, I want to talk about a little bit of a happening. It's Wyoming, and Wyoming wants a stablecoin for their state. Now, you could be wondering, why does Wyoming want a stablecoin for just Wyoming, especially if that stablecoin is going to be pegged to the USD? Why not just use the USD? Because you're not really issuing a new currency, and you actually have to have USD to be able to issue this new currency. So why not just use the USD? I mean, and like, what are they actually going to build it on? My guess is they're going to build it, like, they're first going to issue it on Ethereum, but then they'll eventually switch over to their own state blockchain. That would be pretty interesting. And I know this might be a little bit of a stretch, but Wyoming could possibly be interested in starting their own like state-based DeFi system. It could be a good way to raise money for the state, although Wyoming is one of the states that are in the blue. Generally, like the states of like North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, they're generally pretty much in the blue, mainly because there's no people in them, and when there's no people in them, the administrative cost tends to be a lot lower. But they want their own state stablecoin. So, you know, stablecoins are kind of like almost a precursor for DeFi. If a state actually implemented a DeFi system, I think this could actually attract a lot of industry to the state too. If a state actually implemented a DeFi system with like yield farming and lending with high interest rates, now they won't be as high as some of these like 100% rates. That's just not going to work for a state. I mean, but I think they could actually have like low double-digit rates, which is going to be a lot more than bonds and a lot more than any bank account can offer you. And I think it would be very, very competitive in their state. I don't really know how a state-backed DeFi on a state blockchain would actually work. I'm guessing it would be kind of like the same thing as the yield farming on other things. And if this is actually legal, it could lead to some like crazy things. So I think people would feel more confident investing into like a state-backed DeFi of an individual state. A lot of people are states' rights people. I don't think they would mind. And like, it's not federal government, so the people that are the conspiracy theorists probably wouldn't be against this either. And the thing is, it is actually a way for the state to actually make some money if they actually need to. And for yield farming, I mean, you just charge a small fee for the AMM for the state of Wyoming. The state like takes like 2% of it or something, and the rest just go to whatever the people farming it. And I think people would actually feel okay loaning from this pool and giving liquidity to this pool. This is a very, very interesting concept, and I hope I'm right about this. I know it's definitely somewhat of a stretch. But I don't really see why they would actually want a specifically Wyoming stablecoin. Cynthia Long was even surprised about it. Like, she's like the most bullish crypto person ever, but she didn't even know about the Wyoming stablecoin. She's like, oh, cool, awesome. But, you know, like, it's weird because it is going to be pegged to the USD. And, yeah, I really can't think of a really great reason why you would want a state stablecoin. I mean, like, Miami coin is kind of like, you know, variable in price. So it's kind of like an investment thing. For a state stablecoin, it's not really like an investment thing because you can't make money on a stablecoin. So you have to have a stablecoin for some purpose. I guess you could use it for commerce because, and I don't think like Congress would be against it, essentially because you are basically still dependent on USD. The US Constitution does actually say only the federal government can actually mint money. It is one of the rights of the federal government. And in fact, there's like a convoluted law in there from like 1860 or so that actually says if you use anything else to pay except for, you know, like government issued money, there's a massive tax on it. I think it's like 15 or 30% or something to disincentivize people from transacting in other things, essentially. That doesn't really stop barter, but like it stops anything else from basically taking over the purpose of currency. So they could, I guess, want it, like, if they can get it legalized, like, want it for, like, transactional purposes. But, like I said, I don't understand why you just wouldn't use, like, a dollar or perhaps, like, a digital dollar or just, like, any other stable coin, essentially. Why would you have to have a Wyoming stable coin that pretty much is for your state? Unless you want some kind of, like, state-backed economy, DeFi, to come along with this stablecoin. So I'm really, really hoping that I'm right, because I think this can open up things for like many, many different states. It could definitely be a way for states to make money, and it could actually be a way for individuals to gain more than 2% interest per year from that favorite bank of yours. And those state bonds that have 3% per year, or the municipal bonds that are pretty low too, this could be actually a new age of doing things like that. And that could actually be pretty cool. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.